Hey there. Help you?
What state is this?
Sorry.
You don't understand the question?
Oh, no, I didn't. Most people know where they are.
Why ain't most people?
You're in the glorious state of Arkansas, sweetheart.
How'd you know they was lying?
Well, this ain't Arkansas, so everyone is lying.
Your idea is incredible.
I can't argue with that. We pay for everything, so this country belongs to us.
It's just business. Hunting human beings for sport.
They're not human beings.
Every year, a bunch of elites kidnap normal folk like us. Where'd they get you from?
Wyoming.
Mississippi.
Orlando.
And hunt us for sport. Hurry up.
So it's true.
We're being hunted.
Hey, what am I gonna wait?
What is happening?
Put them in the back with the rest.
Gonna take a freight train down at the station. I don't care.
I don't want a copyright strike.
What was that?
I think that was a rifle. Come on, everybody get out of here!
Jesus, come on.
Who are these people? How are they getting away with this?
Oh, can't you see?
You have no idea what you're up against.
What the hell?
They're playing you!
Been doing.
They'll tear you to pieces.
We'll see.
Can't you see?
Of all the people you kidnapped,
Can't you see?
of all the people you killed,
What the hell?
Lady, you're crazy.
Wow, just in time for Christmas. The Hunt. Holy smokes, man, what a movie, right? So, wow, this is Hollywood at its finest. Hollywood put out a new movie for all of us to enjoy called The Hunt, right in the light of the Garlic Festival shooting, El Paso, Dayton, Ohio. That's 35 people dead right there. Gun violence, Parkland, Las Vegas. Let's talk about South Oaks. Not South Oaks. Thousand Oaks in California. All right. What about Columbine, right? So it's Hollywood, right? Hollywood is doing us a favor by putting out a new movie about ultra gun violence where ultra elite, super rich people hunt Trump supporters. Wow, Hollywood doing their part in bringing down violence. Let's look at some of the comments. That's why they want to take away the Second Amendment. This is the comments underneath the movie. Talk about pouring gasoline on the fire. That's not very gun control of you, Hollywood. Well, if you had any doubts as to who Hollywood wants dead, there you have it. This is a fictional movie. I thought it was a documentary on Antifa. Hollywood is deranged. Claims to be against violence, makes movies about hunting conservatives. I smell virtue signaling y'all ain't even being subliminal anymore. I don't know what that means. Another step towards normalizing violence against the other side, and one more step towards civil war. So that's what Hollywood's doing right now. It's not actually an original idea. If you guys studied literature or read books in high school, I certainly did, and you recall a short story called "The Most Dangerous Game" by Richard Cannell. This is a story. Read the story if you want to read it. I've read it. I haven't read it in a long time, but I'm about to go read it again. It's about 15 pages called "The Most Dangerous Game," and who is the most dangerous game? Who is the most, not the game itself, but who is the hunter, the game that one hunts? I won't give away the story if you want to read it. It's definitely, but the movie, whoever put this movie up definitely had the most dangerous game in mind, right? So And in addition to that, we have. I'll talk more about the movie in a second. I just want to. I want to look at some other stuff too. Unconstitutional, tyrannic red flag gun confiscation laws are coming fast. So if you don't know what a red flag law is, they're already in place. It's a law that says if we decide that you're mentally ill or unable to take care of yourself, mental illness, right? Half of the country's in mental ill. If you have maybe a marijuana card or some other nonsense reason to take away a gun from a law-abiding citizen, that's what red flag laws are, right? And most surprisingly, President Trump has jumped on the bandwagon calling for red flag laws. I played you the video the other day of him saying it. Among other egregious measures to deal with the recent spike of shootings in the United States. So the President of the United States believes that instituting red flag laws where you take guns away, and then he also take guns away from law-abiding citizens, and also said that video games. Remember when Trump said video games are causing the ultra-violence? Video games. But where's the outrage? Where is the outrage over a movie about ultra-violence, no problem, killing political opponents, liberals killing not even liberal. What the hell does liberal mean? Liberals don't. It's ultra-rich, killing off poor people. They're dehumanizing poor people in a Hollywood movie in the light of some of the most devastating shootings in American history. And okay, they're all fake. All the shootings are fake. Everything's fake. Nobody's dying. It's just all Hollywood, right? So here's the scandal surrounding it. It took several weekends of mass shootings for Universal Pictures to yank ads, but not postpone or cancel an R-rated murder porn movie in which elite liberals hunt Trump supporters for sport. They're calling it murder porn. Murder porn? I don't know. Porn is sexual. So scandal erupts, right? So let's read more. Did anyone see our rat fucker in chief just did? Did anyone see what our rat fucker in chief just did? Asks one character early in the screenplay for The Hunt. Set to open September 27. At least the hunt's coming up. Nothing better than going out to the manor and slaughtering a dozen deplorables, is the reply. The film from producer Jason Blum, a Jew, a former executive with Bob and Harvey Weinstein Miramax, was also behind The Purge, a movie similar about hunting human beings. They all took it from the most dangerous game, trust me. Universal is reevaluating its strategy for the certain to be controversial satire. It's a satire. It's only a satire. The violent R-rated film, producer James Blum follows a dozen MAGA type who wake up in a clearing and realize they are being stalked for sport by elite liberals. Over August 3rd weekend, ESPN pulled an ad for the film that it had previously cleared, while AMC ran the spot during the season premiere of its drama, The Preacher. Meanwhile, the movie itself caused outrage amid one of the most politically divided periods in recent American history. Leftists are making movies about killing you and want to disarm you, writes Newsmax host and former NYPD officer John Cardillo. I agree with that. Did anyone see what... Oh, that's the same quote as before. Who else said some stuff about it? Apparently other studios wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, Universal Pictures. America is not sick murderers. OAN guy said something. This guy's a jerk-off, but he has no credibility. Pisojic, whatever, Jack Pisojic. He's a MAGA forever guy. The same people who want to give up. See, that's where why you try to stay true in media. Because one day you're on the right, and right now he is on the right. He is correct in what he's saying. But he's still a jerk-off because he's attacked falsely Muslims. He's attacked people over and over again. fake news. OAN, America, whatever, network. One America network. The same people who want you to give up the right to bear arms are the same people making movies about killing Trump supporters for sport, said Emerald Robinson of OAN. So this is pretty outrageous. It's an outrageous movie. Let's look at something. This is to kind of end on a nicer note. MAGA supporters clean up 12 tons of trash from West Baltimore streets. Oh, did they? Really? Look at this. Here's a bunch of guys. Whenever he says his motives were, Scott Presley's presence in Baltimore reinforces the tired image that the poor people in the city can't take care of their own neighborhoods. So apparently, whoever Scott Presley is, I guess he's a conservative right guy. He goes there and they stole the Baltimore Sun, the paper there, insults him for doing it. He shows up with 300 people to clean up Baltimore. What a great thing. According to Baltimore TV, 300 volunteers on August 5th took to the streets of northern Baltimore, cleaning up trash from alleyways in an Americans Helping Americans event organized by conservative Scott Presley. You get five bright childish stars for that one, right? You get little stars on your homework because you're doing the right thing. I never intended it to turn into a national event. It was never supposed to be this big, Presley told. He probably knew exactly what he was doing. Here's some women testifying.
My hand so I could tell Mr. Trump that you were thankful.
I'm very thankful.
And
he
this
opened up a can of worms with the lies are coming out of District 7.
And this is Miss Dupay, and I'll never forget.
Yes. District 7.
See, that's a little irritating. You hear the guy's voice, all right? Now you're rubbing it in the face. You're trying to pick the most ethnic black, street people to get an interview. I'm just criticizing it because it is obvious. Listen to the kid's voice and listen to the stereotypical blacks trying to, he's trying to get an answer. He's like, I don't want no motherfucking Trump people in my neighborhood, but he got the wrong answer.
My hand so I could tell Mr. Trump that you were thankful.
You're not going to tell Mr. Trump anything because you're a jerk off.
Very thankful.
And
he
this
opened up a can of worms with the lies are coming out of District 7.
And this is Miss Dupay, and I'll never forget.
Yeah.
So real people responding. They're nice people. They're thankful. They're just, and the guy's trying to make an example out of them. Maybe that's your problem, Trump guys. You're trying to get a gotcha moment, and you didn't get a gotcha moment. You missed your gotcha moment there. So but back to the good deed. Here they are cleaning up. There's, Baltimore alleyways, the shitholes, people throwing garbage all over the place. Guys coming in, sweeping up, cleaning up. It's good deed, man. It's good work. Look at this guy. It's hard working.
Okay, guys, it's 6:30, and another shift of volunteers is out here. We literally have been in West Baltimore picking up trash since 8 o'clock this morning. People
not you. You're working the camera, jerk off.
From all over the country, all over Maryland, all over Baltimore have been here all day long. So thank you to all of these fine citizens.
It's really good to
Okay, guys, it's 6:30,
Check that out.
and another shift of volunteers is out here. We literally
go to Baltimore and pick up some garbage, man. So I'll talk some trash in the street. Man. Fucking odd chick. So while President Trump blames the demise of Baltimore on Democrats, which certainly can be the case, one must understand that by the late 50s, Baltimore was nearly 1 million strong in population. Blah, 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 blah. So this Most Dangerous Game, the Hunt movie, what do we think about that, man? I mean, it's crazy, right? It's a crazy, crazy time to put out a movie. Now, freedom of expression, First Amendment right. Yeah, definitely. Right? But there's also a Second Amendment right to bear arms. So why in the light of all these mass shootings, when the President of the United States himself is saying the violence in video games, the visual imagery that children are absorbing in their youth and in their spare time is the cause of the violence. That's the President of the United States basing legislation on and instituting and engaging legislation and laws on that premise that visual violence is causing the murders, is causing the mass murders that we're seeing all around us. or we think we're seeing all around us, whatever side of the fence you're on. Right? But there's no problem with violence in movies. Now, I've been saying it from the beginning. I just think it's obvious. I think that the violence in the movies is a symptom of the violence that we see around us, the anger, the angst, the wanting to lash out at somebody because we don't feel comfortable. The epidemic of antidepressants and opioid pharmaceuticals that people are taking. I also have a theory about pharmaceuticals. Now, people say, well, how do you program a mass murderer? How do you program somebody, a young person, to come out and want to shoot the place up? Well, if you control the medications they take through a pharmacy, you can control their mind. You can control their mind. Now, is that a conspiracy theory on my part? Yeah, it is. It is actually a conspiracy theory. That's why I don't take medications. I mean, I recall one time I had the flu like a year ago, and I went to the doctor and I got flu medication. I don't know, some kind of, and I took the first dose, and I never felt more sick. I thought I was dying. I couldn't stop coughing right after taking this medication. And I threw the shit down the toilet. I threw the rest of it out, and, in a few days I felt better. But the idea of turning your will and your life over to some doctor with a prescription pad that's going to sign off on some kind of psychotropic drug that's going to alter your mind is in this day and age, in this time, I see it as ridiculous. Why not help yourself? Why not exercise? Why not look into diet plans? Why not meditate? Meditation, right? That's that you want to slow down your mind. My mind races all the time, and I take a step back and I slow it down. Right? Eat well, exercise. If you don't exercise, forget about it. It's just you're like a toxic waste site walking around. When you exercise, you free that up. And I mean real exercise. I don't mean just walking to the corner for a newspaper. I mean, running, activity, swimming, fast bicycling, sweating, breaking a sweat and going crazy for a half hour or an hour or more. And a couple of times a week, not just once a year. So that's it on The Hunt. I mean, what's your opinion? I wouldn't, certainly not patronize the movie. It is curious. I am curious to see it. I do think that it is. It's opportunistic Hollywood. That's what it is. It's Jewish Hollywood trying to cash in, and they're allowed to do it. They're within their rights to do it. But why are people not within their rights to, I don't know, speak on the internet or own a gun as provided by the Second Amendment? It is crazy times, man. Marcus Conte reporting.